Pause real quick. I need to take a breath.
It's not a bad way to watch a movie. You get most of the jokes in there because Frank wants to make sure they come across.
I honestly had to cut out quite a few jokes because this part was originally 600 slides on its own.
Because Frank, otherwise it's just the movie.
There is a form of multimedia entertainment beyond that which is good. These games are as vast in number as they are terrible. They dwell in the dark recesses of history, and not from the pits of the bargain bin. These are the games of horror. This is Garbage Game Night. Welcome to an extra spooky Garbage Game Night, the podcast where we do cardio and always double tap. Tonight we have our lovely usual host and founder, Chris. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
Founder. I'm excellent. I'm feeling spooky. I'm ready to be scared.
Yep, yeah, you should be. Bob, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic as always.
Excellent. And Tom, beautiful, handsome Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. A little disturbed. Before we went live, Chris actually revealed that he had kind of a sexual thing for Chucky.
That's not what I said, but...
No, he said Chucky doesn't do it for him.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, that's right.
He said other dolls he does,
I
but
guess
not Chucky.
He had a hope.
Chucky does not.
He had a hope that Chucky would do it for him. And
He wasn't clear of his... Yeah, but he did say he did not do it for him.
Yeah,
so we can make that very clear.
I think
Chucky does not do it for him.
I think there's an implication that he really wanted that as an outcome.
We're not sure. He wouldn't clarify. We asked him to clarify. He wouldn't clarify.
He did refuse.
So it's only up to our imaginations of what
he did refuse to clarify, which seems to me to be an implication of something worse.
And
he was dodging something.
And just
what
to
that
be
was,
clear,
we don't know.
I can't control the points tonight. Is that the rule?
I mean, you could do. It's your.
You're the founder.
It's your stream, so technically, I don't have that button. The last game we played together was Shotgun King. Does anyone have any new thoughts about it? Did you listen to the episode? What'd you think?
Yeah, how'd you feel, Chris?
I enjoyed it. It was good. It was one of the more fun, kind of short, little light games we've done. I appreciate the developer retweeting us when we posted our video. That video's on YouTube. You can check that out. Now I know why Tom was saying it that way, because he was able to prove himself that can play classical games such as poker or chess well, unlike
who?
Founders of podcasts. So yeah, so that's is that what you wanted, Tom? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that felt almost too good.
Okay, all right, well, you take it.
That felt about as good as I think you wanted Chucky to feel,
That's all I've got. That's all I've got. Brian, I'm not gonna...
Okay, all right.
We're like complete dead
Chris,
air.
Chris, is there any other podcast news that you would like to go over?
Make sure to follow us on all our social media, and we stream every Monday. Sometimes when we feel like it. But on twitch.tv/ggncast, and you can come interact with our podcast and Twitch stream. So, yeah.
Excellent. I have a question for everybody. What's your favorite spooky/horror character creature? Since this Halloween's coming up, what really gets the bones going?
Wait.
Not in a sexual way, Chris. Not in a sexual way.
Sounds like you have.
Your bones rattling as if you were in fear.
We know it's not Chucky.
Yeah, Chris, obviously it's not Chucky for you. We know that. It could be a group, like a type of creature or a specific one, whatever you feel comfortable with saying.
I've got a good one for you, Tom. I know something that a movement that you don't like.
Oh, that's true. I don't know how to describe. Maybe you and Frank, I feel like, have the know-how to describe.
Well, when you've described it before, it's like a jerky kind of glitchy movement, and what I think I remember you saying that before. And what it reminds me of is the nurses from Silent Hill, which is a great horror movie.
They do it, and then there's also there's another one where I think it says something about even a hill. I don't know why, but there's like a doctor that kind of moves in that, like, it's like a surgeon on a camera, and he moves in this like juddery film.
Yeah, and like he acknowledges that like he's looking, like the camera's watching him.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that reminds me of
it's
something.
literally called like House. It's like on Haunted Hill or
Haunting on Hill House.
Yes.
Like yeah.
Yes, and there's a scene. Can you find it, Chris? There's a scene with the doctor on a security camera, and literally all he does is like look at the camera. His hand goes from like a scalpel to like a bigger knife, and then he walks off. and the way that he walks off.
I get that. My answer is it's not like a creature so much, I guess. The thing that has spooked me the most, maybe this isn't a good answer for your question, but I was thinking about Pet Sematary. The idea that it is someone you know that is no longer themselves. That is such a horrifying concept to me, and Pet Sematary did that so well, and especially these people driven with like terrible grief to go to these lengths that would bring someone back, and you know it's probably not going to work, and they're going to be a shell of them for their former selves and just pure evil. I don't know. There's something about that is just horrifying to me. So yeah, I'll go with that.
I just sent it to you, Chris.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot about this. I've seen this. Yeah, I forgot about this movie.
I don't even remember it being like particularly scary. Just like that movement. There you go. And it's like whole face is gone.
Yeah, dude's face is gone.
Yeah, but that's not the fucked up part. The fucked up part.
Yeah, it's this. It's that.
Is he like looks? Yeah. Look at the way he's walking. Not okay.
Yeah,
and
really all it is like they sped it up 2 times and they had him walk really slowly, and so just the movements look kind of unnatural. But yeah, it's weird.
And then like look at that. It's not cool. It's not okay. I don't know what it is. It's the dumbest thing in the world. But the way he walks off camera, I was like, nope. Can't handle
Has
it.
it like weird, like animated feel, like reanimation feel, like a zombie-ish, or
like if
kind
I
of weird
woke,
creatures, not natural.
Like if I woke up and like Grace was like walking around the house like that, I would freak the fuck out.
Oh God, yeah! I just pulled up the nurse scene from Silent Hill. That shit's freaky.
Yeah, and that's done so much better too. But yeah, the way they move, yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Bob.
Oof. All right. Like horror movies and stuff like that. It really gets me. I guess.
What gets you going, Bob?
I guess like the more paranormal, because I love that stuff. But like the way, if you do it well and it's scary, I'm here for it. But it also gets me. I'm also one of those guys like going on like YouTube rabbit holes where it's like paranormal this and that.
Yeah.
But done well, it does get me, because one of those things where like a demon or something like that. Essentially, you could fight it more or less, or like a zombie you could fight, but like a ghost, what are you gonna do? Throw hands at a ghost? You go through it,
Yeah.
So like those went well. Every year I try and watch Trick or Treat, because I think that one hits like all the bases. It has like 3 different stories going on with it.
You know what? I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen it. I've seen the I think the character from it.
It's solid. I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's scary. It gets me like the Halloween feel every year.
All right. Excellent. So that was everyone's answers. Excellent. Well,
why did I feel like you were buying time?
Tom. Hey.
You were buying time?
Tom. Hey, baby. Anyway, Tom's answer is... Well, actually, no, Tom and Chris...
Were you going to say correct?
Both...
Yeah, what do you mean we're correct?
What do you mean?
No,
I'm wrong. I'm bad.
You guys are the closest for about how it's related to the game tonight.
Okay.
So, the year is 2019. It's the year of Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Disco Elysium, the PC release of Red Dead Redemption 2, and the official release of Beat Saber. Of course, we're not playing those games. We're Spooky Night. We're playing Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. From the About This Game section, Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip is a ridiculously fun top-down twin-stick shooter featuring local co-op multiplayer for up to 4 players. Play as your favorite heroes from the original, as well as new unlockable characters from the upcoming sequel. Chris, you have the game downloaded already, right?
Sure do. Hit that play button.
Well,
right
don't
there.
worry about that, because you need to open up this PowerPoint first.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. Has everyone seen Zombieland 1 and 2?
Yes.
I haven't seen Zombieland 2.
Yeah, I only seen the first one.
Never
as well.
saw it.
Bob, you didn't go to the theaters with us?
I don't think so.
I thought it was me and Dinah.
It is not as good.
Okay, well, I'm going to spoil it for you guys tonight. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, I got the
if you like the first one, I think the second one's kind of a fun watch. There's some neat, things.
I mean, the first one was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. The first one's still more of a classic. There's still some good parts in the second one. This will be the quick rundown of Zombieland. So this is the first Zombieland opens up on the White House. Go next slide. And it's a voiceover from Jesse Eisenberg. No more United States of America. It's the United States of Zombieland, and how everything's really gone to shit. But he's alive because he has a list of rules. Rule number 1 in cardio. Rule number 2 is double tap. Rule number 3 is beware of bathrooms. And then there's an opening sequence that have all these really cool slow motion shots of like
Oh, do you want
zombie
Metallica's,
apocalypse happening?
For Whom the Bell Tolls in the background?
Yeah. And then so just keep going. I cut some of them. I just like try to grab some of the best ones. There's a lot of fun things they do with it. And so you meet up with this guy who he doesn't have a name yet. Gives the thumb up like he wants to be a hitchhiker. And then rule number 31 is check the back seat, as he got a new rule because of what happened earlier. They introduce each other as Columbus and Tallahassee because they find a hostess truck, but it's all filled with snowballs. Columbus has a fear of clowns, comes in and she's scared, and a homeless guy tried to bite her, and then she falls asleep and then wakes up as a zombie, top of the toilet lid, and then that's where double tap got invented. Tallahassee really likes killing zombies. And the only thing he likes more killing zombies is finding a Twinkie. He says like they have an expiration date. That's the thing about Twinkies. People say they don't, but they really do. Then they run into this girl who Columbus falls in love with, and then rule number 22 is know your way out. They're like, I'll shoot my sister, but then they just take the guns and they take their car and they steal their shit and they drive away. And they're going to specific playland because they think it's a zombie-free area. They find a Hummer with guns in the back, and he says, "God, thank God for rednecks." And then he paints a number 3 on that one because hail for Dale. He's mad at zombies because he lost his best friend Buck, who was a puppy. That's why he really hates zombies, and now he's gonna enjoy the little things in life. Backstory of the girls and how they used to scam people to make a living with a bunch of cheap rings. Tallahassee thinks he got the kill of the week, but it was really this nun lady who killed a guy with a piano. She got the kill of the week. And then anyway, they start breaking shit to feel better. And, it's definitely not insensitive to Native Americans at all. But you got to enjoy the little things, Now they're going to California. That's where that place is because, it's like the Disneyland. And they want to stay somewhere nice. They got to sleep. So, and then we have a zombie Bill Murray come up. And then Tallahassee is like, Bill Murray, you're a zombie? And then he's just in makeup. He's doing it to blend in because zombies are cool with other zombies. Columbus shoots Bill Murray in the chest with a shotgun. And then he's like, Bill, you think you've held through? And then Bill looks at Columbus and says, no. So do you have any regrets? And then Bill Murray says, Garfield, maybe. They dump Bill Murray's body, but they stay in his house. And they're playing games. They're having fun. And then we say, he got my laugh. And then Columbus is like, wait, he had your laugh? What? And then there's, it's like, oh, Buck was his little kid, And then so it's the same shots we saw earlier, but with a kid instead of a puppy. In the morning, the girls take the shit and run because they have relationship problems. Anyway, the girls get to the fun land. They turn everything on.
That's so dumb.
It draws in all the zombies from the surrounding area.
Who could have guessed?
And they're having fun together on the rides, but slowly, all the zombies are coming, and they realize that, and they start shooting their way, and they drive the Hummer into the water. That would be big. And then Columbus is like, that's from a movie, and it's fucking terrible. So then Columbus takes a motorcycle, and he fucking drives it right into the bushes because he can't drive a motorcycle. Death drop ride, I don't know what you call that, where it like goes all the way up in the air and comes down.
Yeah.
And he's doing all these trick shots. He's hanging off of rides, shooting machine guns. Columbus goes into it through a haunted house. Not a great idea. Too many zombies going around him, and he's just got 2 little pistols. He's doing these trick shots, but boom, he kills them all somehow. Break his rule 17. Don't be a hero, and be a hero. It's time to nut up or shut up, which is saying that Tallahassee said multiple times throughout the movie. And he kind of takes out the clown really quick, almost too quickly. And then, they hug, and Wichita tells him her real name. And then, it was the box of fucking Twinkies, the last box of Twinkies. And he's like, do you think you could eat around the bullets? He goes, no. And then the girls, they found a Twinkie, and they threw it to him. So he finally got his Twinkie in the end. So now, next movie.
Hold on 1 second. About the numbers here. They don't seem to add up.
You mean there's another? You think there's a secret in another
movie? 3 more screenshots.
I feel like he's lying to us.
He's been lying to us. He baited us with fake questions in the beginning.
Lies.
I know.
What is the scariest monster?
See?
You are right.
Yeah.
What's the scariest monster to you?
All right, Zombieland 2, Zombieland Double Tap. This came out 10 years later. And I guess in the universe it's 6 years. So the Columbia logo gets a little fun addition where she actually gets attacked by zombies and beats them up. They kind of evolved over years. So the first one was a Homer. So it's kind of a done zombie. Then you have a Hawking, which is like a smarter zombie. So there's this guy, he goes through an eye scanner to be in a door, and then the zombie gets locked away, and then she bites out the eye of a scientist, and then hold the eye in her mouth to get in it and attack the guy.
That's very smart.
Yeah,
Then
there's ninjas. They just are hiding, and they come out and get you. They take over the White House. And they have another slow motion beginning where they do a bunch of fun kills. He pardons Wesley Snipes. And he modifies the Beast, which actually in the beginning of the first zombie, it looks like the Beast got flipped over, but they're probably at least 2 of them, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
This one he kind of tricks out, and then they do a little Christmas there. He gives Little Rock and Elvis Presley, that was his gun that he gave to Nixon when he visited the White House. They make a joke about The Walking Dead being terrifying, but not totally unrealistic. Columbus proposes to Wichita with using the Hope Diamond.
I just saw that the other week.
And he's like, just think about it. And then he has a clapper to turn off the lights.
You guys see
next
that?
slide.
He's got a Dragon's Lair shirt.
Oh yeah. There you go. So in the morning, the girls left. They're just like, he's gonna be really pissed off we took the fucking beast. And then they run to this guy who's more of a Little Rock's age, because she was kind of wanting to go off on her own. So then the boys, it's been a little while, and they need to decompress, so they go to the mall and have fun. Kill of the week went to this guy who did his combine on a zombie and turned him into a hay bale. So this is where Tallahassee says he has Native American blood coursing through his veins. He's a Blackfoot Indian, to be exact, and they hunted buffalo by herding them off a cliff to their death, the Great Buffalo Jump. And he's like, I don't know why I didn't tell anyone, but you're the first paleface I've genuinely trusted. And then he meets this girl Madison, and she's been living in the mall in the freezer in a Pinkberry, and so she has this big jacket on, and she says she's really good at surviving.
But you said it's been 6 years, right?
Yeah, so she's been living.
I mean, so objectively, she is good at surviving.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly, yeah. Tallahassee tells Columbus that she didn't get eaten because she doesn't have any brains. She's like, I really don't want to tour. I just want to have sex. And he's like, I don't know. I feel kind of guilty about it. And then she's like, because of Jesus, because I know ways around that. We're doing this, or I'm going to fuck the old guy. And he's like, okay. And, Wichita's back. And he's like, oh, that's, great timing. And then she's like, Little Rock's gone. And then he pours a Code Red Mountain Dew, which is a callback to the first movie, anyway, doesn't matter. So the guy, he's from Berkeley, and he's a musician, and then Tallahassee hates musicians, and he's a pacifist, which pisses him off even more. Graceland, he's like, oh, Elvis was a fraud. He left off black people. And she's like, I really want to go. He's like, yeah, me too. And then, the sister told her no. So then she pulled a sister and ditched, left a note, which Tallahassee thought was really funny. So, we got to help her because they really don't have that many weapons, and that guy's not a fighter. Madison shows up, and then she's like, whoa, what's going on here? They have to take a minivan, and Tallassee's really pissed off because he fucking hates minivans. It takes a real man to drive a pink Cadillac, which was Elvis's vehicle. He feels ashamed driving. And then Madison found the Hope Diamond and put it on. And then so everyone's like, oh, zombie kind of bites at Madison's foot. And then there's a zombie that dodges bullets almost. And they're like, wait, what the fuck was that all about? And it's like, oh, this is that new zombie. So then they just shoot it a bunch of fucking times, and it still survives till Tallahassee kicks his head in. And then Madison is feeling sick, and she runs off into the woods. Columbus has a gun, it pans away from him. She shoots, and then they drop her shit, and then they drive to Graceland. They get to Graceland, and oh my God, Graceland's ruins. And Tallahassee's really pissed off, and they find a place called the Hound Dog. They see the vehicle there, and they're like, oh shit, this is where they went. Pause it real quick. I need to take a breath.
It's not a bad way to watch a movie. You get most of the jokes in there because Frank wants to make sure they come across.
I honestly had to cut out quite a few jokes because this part was originally 600 slides on its own.
Because Frank, otherwise it's just the movie.
So they go to this other place. They walk in. There's a bunch of Elvis shit. There's shoes. Woody Harrelson wants to put them on, but they don't fit him. But it fits. And he's like, oh, it's kind of weird. They fit me like a glove. Woody Harrelson pissed off because he wanted to wear Elvis shoes. He's like, they're not the real shoes, but then there's a plaque that says Elvis's real shoes. He's playing the piano, and then all of a sudden, boom, he gets hit. He's like, oh, God dang it. And it's like, what's going on? He's like, my name's Tallahassee. And she's like, Nevada. He's like, what part of Nevada? She's like, I'm not telling you. She met the sister and the guy, and then she's like, I almost, married you. And they're like, what? What do you mean? It's like, that's when you kill someone you think they're a zombie, but they weren't a zombie. And then they're like, that's, how do you know that happened? That seems like a tall tale, And she's like, if I ever find the guy who did that to him, I'm going to kill him. And then they're like, ooh, Oh, we're going to Babylon. They're pacifists. There's no guns. Woody Harrelson's dressed up as Elvis. Him and Nevada have slept together. And all of a sudden, boom, there's a monster truck on top of the beast. It's a guy who's like, a bizarro Tallahassee. And then there's a bizarro Columbus. And they're Flagstaff and... that doesn't matter. The bizarre version of Columbus has his commandments, and then kind of like a dick measuring contest when it comes to rules and commandments, so it's like whatever. Bolts, they call them bolts, like Usain Bolt, because they're so fast. And then so a bunch of bolts are outside on the thing, on their vehicle, and they're like, we brought him here, we'll take him out. So they're celebrating, and they're like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And she's like, well, what happened to this bite on his arm? He's like, no, it's a tattoo. And he's like, you got a tattoo of a zombie bite? And he's like, I think you might be. He's like, man, you got bit twice. He's like, no, I didn't get bit twice. I'm fine. And he throws up. And it's like, oh, they both got infected. And then there's a fight between them. Oh, I'm a helpless tourist with my family. And then he uses a jack to the Leaning Tower of Pisa onto the zombies. Anyway, Columbus says, the monster truck's a rollover risk, And He's like, yeah, I'll drive it. No, but and then he like crashes it, and he's like, I can't fucking drive this thing. So Jesse Eisenberg drives the minivan. And look who's driving it, Madison. She just had a nut allergy. Tallahassee throws a grenade in the minivan because he fucking hates the minivan. He's like, I'm not giving up my guns. Like, you want to see Little Rock or not? So they give up the guns. And here's a joke about women's suffrage. Guys, there's a whole bunch coming in here because they're shooting off fireworks, playing music. You know what I mean? They're just drawing those things in.
So
and they
dumb.
melted all the guns to make peace necklaces. This whole time, the guy's been like saying he's a songwriter, but he's just like ripping off other people's songs. Little Rock dumps him, and then Tallahassee puts his plan together, and he kind of does like, a bunch of zombies come in, and then it blows up like, oh, no, let's get the stragglers. But there's like a shit ton of stragglers. They're like, oh, man, they were fucked here. They're going to die. Nevada and the monster truck comes in and then just runs over, or like a shit ton of them, run up the stairs all the way into the funnel. And then this is where Tallahassee, maybe Heritage, and does a zombie run of the bulls, and they all count and run to chase him. Except these two grab onto his leg, and then he's about to get bit, and then boom, zombie gets shot in the head. Who had a gun? It was Little Rock, and she had Elvis's gun. You can't give up your favorite Christmas present. Wichita accepts Columbus's marriage proposal, and then the hippie and Madison make out, and then, oh no, there was one last zombie. Oh, it was a Homer. It was okay. He just ran off on his own because it's funny. And then they had fun fireworks, and they drive off into the sunset.
Fireworks after that.
Yeah, exactly. when they can kill more zombies, I don't know. Anyway, and then the movie ends, and then there's an after the scenes credit.
Who wants to guess how many slides there were?
Tom? Because Tom's the only one who would have no idea.
Well, he might have just seen it too, but
I did not see it, but I'm gonna guess because I knew you said it's closer to 1,000 than not. I'm gonna say 720.
yeah, that's pretty close.
That's not
That's close.
too. That's
You're still low.
I'm still low.
Yeah, you're still low. So then there's an after credit scene where they have a junket for Garfield 3, Flabby Tabby. Bill Murray says, drugs cost money. And then Al Roker interviews him, and Al Roker becomes a zombie. Bill Murray has to kill him. And he's like, Bill Murray, I love your films, help me. And then he's like, whatever. And then he hits another lady who interviewed him, and he says, I hate Mondays. That was the end of the movie. All right, next slide. Just to get it over, the prizes, a box of Twinkies, and the Steelbook edition of the first Zombieland. I don't think they made a Steelbook of the second one.
Wow. All right.
Because, while Zombieland 2 did make... actually, wow, yeah, because the first one was made for $23 million and made $102 million, and the second one was made for $42 million and made $122 million.
Not bad.
So it did well.
So both profitable.
But it just doesn't have the same cult following, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As the first one did.
Wasn't as
So
novel.
they haven't made a steelbook of the second one.
I wasn't a big fan of the second one.
You and a lot of other people, Tom.
You're
but
part
they
of the
made
problem,
money.
Tom.
Let's get to the game.
Yeah, there's a game. Okay. All right. We're,
How
we're
about
all
we get
caught
to
up
it's
now. We
10
need
o'clock.
know
How about
the
we get to
plot
the game?
before we jump into this?
This game features Steam's remote play together.
Ah.
So only one person needs to own the game.
Jesse Eisenberg has a recognizable voice, but that voice actor was he was hamming it up quite a bit. Clearly was not Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, so one of the fun facts about the game is that only Abigail Breslin is her voice. Everyone else is a regular no-name voice actor. And she played Little Rock.
Right.
So she was the little girl in the first movie, and then the...
All right, we're starting a new campaign. Maybe it's just their
Tallahassee
loading
has
screen that's not
confidence.
optimized.
Wichita's got sarcasm. Columbus has rules.
Okay, these characters certainly
I've got good aim.
look bleak. Okay, I guess I'm Jesse Eisenberg. Oh, you can change. Oh, we can all be. We could all be Jesse.
I don't know if we can all be the same guy.
Should we all be different for the sake of?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be. I'll be Mammoth Stone.
I feel like I lucked out
I'll
with
be Little Rock.
Woody Harrelson.
Learn your rules. Welcome back to Zombieland, and here we are, back in the Pacific Playland. I know it might seem like we just sat here, frozen in time for years, but honestly, we went places. We saw things. I just, wanted to start things in a... this is my Jesse Eisenberg voice. I just wanted to start things in a familiar place.
They need to be quirkier.
Jeez.
Look, I may not be the alpha of our little gang, or beta.
Look, I may not be the alpha of our little gang, or beta.
Comma.
You mean gamma.
It's all Greek to me. Gets the point.
Oh
It
wow,
is
I hate that was bad.
You know what?
I-
Doesn't matter. We're at Pacific
That made me
Playland.
mad. That dialogue
Mind what you call it, I'm
that
the
was
part-time
upsetting to
hero she
me.
fell in love with.
You don't need to prove anything to me.
Oh wow, Emma Stone's voice.
I, on the other hand, would not mind a healthy dose of that.
It's
proof.
funny, like, the rest of them
Wow.
are, like, hand-drawn, but that Woody
thinking
Harrelson
about
picture,
leaving
like,
that
oh, that's
diner
Woody
a few
Harrelson.
days
It's a
back.
photo. Okay, yeah, twin-stick shooter. All right. This game is so poorly optimized. How is it running this badly?
This is the only way to play together, or locally. If theoretically, if we all got together, we could have played it locally.
Oh, I got bit. Put me down, guys.
Why don't we bring an arsenal? There's a lot
That's
of
really
zombies
her.
here.
Okay.
Let's review, shall we? Trust me. Besides, if there's one thing we've learned from Tallahassee, the world is a
Oh
limit.
man, it's bad.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to arming up right now.
What in the
Zombies are
world?
looking to lighten us up
That
our
I would
motor
argue that they're borderline offensive.
Who? They couldn't have okayed it, you know? Or maybe, what's her name? The one who
Like if
actually
I
did her
heard
voice?
this of me, I would be
Just
like,
how many
"Fuck
lock gates
you,
still
man."
exist in all this time.
Yeah, you can only have one pickup at a time. And then when you run out of bullets, you go back to your pistol.
Now you're just embarrassing yourself.
So it's like a power up weapon. Okay.
Yeah.
So an axe is better than a gun. The
That
explosion
was
looked kind of
nominated
cool.
for Zombie Kill of the Week.
Here we are, back where my heroic self
For
burst
what?
forth
You
from the chest
shot
of
you
nerdy.
shot the zombie.
Zombie blew up by
up a car.
Good time to hero
blew
up.
up by a car.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh.
God, his voice is just so
Oh.
bad.
Oh yeah, they dead.
Yeah, so my special power is I make a decoy
Oh, and I slowed down time.
that explodes.
That makes sense.
The
slow
decoy
motion.
explodes.
I can't believe we survived.
My decoy explodes. Jesse Eisenberg slows down time. Woody Harrelson does like a crazy melee spin. I don't know what Little Rock does. I've never played Little Rock.
Okay.
About to find out, I guess. Next little
Not
model
a
we get.
bad idea. Zombie kill of the week coming right up.
Yeah, we can just skip through what. Bullshit
Yeah,
you're saying.
I've got a feel of what their voices are like now.
What's happening?
Does it ever frustrate you guys in games when there's obstacles that like in real life, like you can just climb over that or move around it, or we need to get the key to that locker, like, or you
Or
can
we
just
have
shoot it.
guns.
Right.
By game logic, you should be able to shoot it, you know? In some cases, it would let you, but not this one.
Oh, it shows our amount of kills on
So I'm
us.
totally winning. Okay.
It's actually kind of a cool.
That's in.
I'm not gonna.
It's in.
I like that.
In lore of the movies, right?
Yeah, I think
getting
so.
the kill of the week and the kill
Yeah.
count.
I think that's a cool thing that they did actually.
Oh, the zombies are throwing knives. Fun.
What I want to know is, did they even approach Woody Harrelson to do the game,
3 to go.
or did they already know? No, he ain't doing it.
Yeah, I don't think you approach Woody Harrelson.
Here's a
or something
question.
like this.
Why does it say I only have 5 kills now?
It's because you need to get good.
That's your kill streak.
What? Oh, like
Kill
before you
streak?
get hit? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What, katana? That's fun.
Turn on 3 more rise.
So our goal at the moment is to turn on the... Maybe I didn't understand something about the movies. Like, you have to make a lot of noise at some point.
Yeah, we want more zombies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but we do. You spin around in circles, I think.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there it is. You look really cool doing that. Not like a moron at all. Pretend that you're a tornado.
You gotta get close, yeah.
That is Woody Harrelson.
Wow, it's been for a
pretending
long
he's a
time.
Tornado. I mean, these games have, like, you know, an appeal. It's a group of people playing a twin stick
Yeah,
shooter.
anytime that we play together with a game, even if it's bad, it's always fun. Like, I wouldn't enjoy this if it was just me, but just by the merit of doing it with you guys, it's entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, there's a few clowns. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I got hit at some point. Oh, no.
Oh, I lost my kill streak.
Yeah, me too.
It's like
He's not even trying.
the portraits.
So
And
bad.
the profile...
portrait-
He kind of
so-
looks like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, one of
in that
them
picture.
looked
Because they use multiple. I don't know why they just
him.
didn't use one.
Yeah, well, one of them looked exactly like they're using portrait photos for their lines that'll like change with their expressions, and one of them looks exactly like Woody Harrelson, like photorealistic. Than these other ones, they do not. Yeah, you said Ethan Hawke is that was right.
We beat it.
We're getting skill points. All right, is this like some RPG?
But we didn't get that many
elements?
kills, so I don't like the points don't
Speak
make
for
any
yourself,
sense.
I got 80.
Is it who?
Oh no, I didn't. I got.
Wait, I got it?
What the fuck? You got zombie kill of the week. I think because you blew up some zombies with a car.
With that car, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know I did it.
You got 18 extra points there. But, oh, I got the most points, though. I got 3 skill points now. Okay, so
Oh,
now we
here
can
are my
invest in our
points.
damage, ammo, health,
Oh,
speed.
yeah.
Super.
I do like the incentive that if you win, it gives you more points. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, the better you're... Yeah, that's totally not going to snowball.
Although you could argue that it becomes like harder
It's a
and harder
runaway
to beat
thing,
that
yeah.
person.
So here we are. Land of stars and
His voice
sand
is
and
so
bad
bad.
decisions.
So here we are, land of sand.
I love you.
Awesome.
And
Well,
like
yeah,
Jesse
Mrs. Sun,
Eisenberg's
anyone see
character
it somewhere
is
I can,
like
you know,
he's kind of nerdy, but he's not like a
Rule number
fucking
3.
complete loser. Like this, like
Well, actually,
this,
kind of is.
I guess. He's all of his lines in this seem just
Yeah, it's the writing that's so tough. Yeah, like it's not a line that Jesse Eisenberg would deliver. It's the voiceover is like, all right, it doesn't sound like him, but you're being nerdy. You're doing a nerdy voice. Oh, I got a guitar.
It's funny how many clowns are just in this world.
Yeah.
Like you have to think like before they were zombies, you know, like they were just normal clowns, and there's like
A whole
for some
town
reason
of clowns.
yeah, when at the carnival it made sense, but here it's like why are there clowns in the sewer?
We're in Gibsonton.
Alright, that was
Of course.
easy.
Make a big deal about traveling light and like why didn't we bring more ammo? But you do have infinite pistol ammo. You just hit me with a crane. Ow.
Oh yeah, watch out for the crane. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know it
There's several traps in the game like that where you can activate.
Opportunities to kill the weak, you mean? Oh, I was just saying, does this game fall into the trope of there being several types? I'm trapped on the map. Help! Come back, please.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I was just saying, does it fall into the trope of there being just several types of zombies? There's a speedy zombie, like in Left 4 Dead. Is there a brute
Yep.
zombie and a yeah?
Yep. Pretty much all the Left 4 Dead. I mean, like there's no jockey, I guess.
Yeah. Or a banshee.
But I think pretty much everyone else.
Our objective for this entire mission is for Jesse Eisenberg to use the bathroom.
Use the bathroom. Yeah.
I'm starting to see why he didn't want to be a part of this.
Well, no, he has IBS in the movie, so it's part of the funny.
Oh,
but
is
they
it?
kind of dropped it in the second movie.
I'm spinning.
That's the dumbest power for Woody Harrelson.
Dude, remember in the movies when Tallahassee does his signature
Yeah.
spin? Do you remember that from the movies?
Bring it, you zombie sons of bitches! Bring it!
Remember when he said it's Tallahassee time?
Oh, me and Woody Harrelson are tied for kills. The actor.
Or for our streak.
Our actual streak.
Me and Woody Harrelson, the actor.
Oh, the voice is terrible.
Hand me my tools. Time to go to work.
It's pretty spot on, though.
It's actually pretty good. That was...
All right. So now we're in Utah. I know my geography.
I'm easily 35.
Okay, what are your guys' favorite like Little Debbie style snacks?
Oh man, what's the one where it's like they're two like oatmeal ones, but then in between is like
Moon pies?
Oatmeal cream pie?
Yes,
Yeah, those are fantastic.
those are my favorite.
Huh.
And those
Okay.
crocodiles.
I'm a cosmic brownie guy. They're almost
I do
plastic.
like Star Crunch. I do love Nutty Buddies.
Oh, Nutter Butter.
Nutter Butters.
Nutter
yeah,
Butters
Nutter
are good.
Butters.
You need something. You need milk to drink it with. But I'm a big fan of. I was thinking about Twinkies. The Twinkie-like thing that I really enjoyed. It's been probably years since I've had one. Is a zebra cake.
Oh, zebra cake.
There's just so
Okay.
much cream in it. Yeah, it's this gigantic.
Here we go.
This gigantic fat bastard
Big
from the
house.
backwater nowhere needs a few extra rounds. Big house.
Big house.
Oh, thank
That was
you.
good too, Chris.
It's okay. Well, he does have a lot of life Gs. Our bodies, they.
He's a big
Oh no, we're trapped! No! Oh, I
We
lost
do
my
body
streak.
block each other, which is pretty frustrating. Just shooting into each other's back as we're trying to shoot zombies. Activate.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay, so we activated a shopping cart and it
Do you
just
know
sort
how
of
shopping
rolled
carts
down
be?
and blew up. Look at this ripped lumberjack guy. E800. Looks like someone skipped
Yeah, no,
leg
these are
day.
the tough
Yeah,
guys
they're
from
all-
the other, but they made them big.
They're all
So
upper body. Okay.
Sure.
They gave us a fucking protect mission.
Granny.
Yes.
The what now?
Oh, it's so dumb.
Protect Granny from the ninjas.
It begs the question, like, how is she okay and out here?
What? Oh.
This is a
they
Bombi,
made
they
a
spit.
bulimia joke. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
The three-finger
Yeah.
diet zombie.
Well, that does sound a
You tell
bit
me
challenge.
the franchise that
Okay,
Uh,
Granny's in trouble.
did the classic white man has Indian blood trope.
Yeah.
Also makes fun of bulimic people.
I stand in front of you guys. I block your bullets. I get the kills.
The bullets go into my back.
What? Why?
Find a way to put out the
Oh,
fire.
it's like the
Why
watermelon
do
man
we
again.
care?
The gut buster. What?
Here we go.
Oh, it's a bloater.
Yeah, this is the big boy blows up. It's a boomer. Or bloater.
He's gonna blow.
Bloater.
Oh, we got clowns again?
Toter.
Clowns are big in Nebraska. We're doing all this to get a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, no, it's so fucking stupid.
To put out a fire that, like...
Alright, how are we feeling about our characters? Do they each bring different powers to the table?
I guess I can... The spinning.
You can spin, that's true. Got a mine?
There's a landmine.
Okay.
Yeah, so when they step on that, it'll explode, and I believe you can get hurt by it too. So try not to be by it when you set it down.
Okay.
It takes spot at place of your
Hold on,
grenades or
give me a second. Give me a
Molotov.
second.
Ah!
Oh God, they're down on the ground. I
Yeah.
didn't think it would.
So yeah, they're on the ground because once again landmine,
Okay.
and a zombie has to step
Okay.
on it for it to explode.
Ah! It worked. Landmines are good for killing your teammates so that they don't get all the points from you.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Chris,
That's how
come
you do
on.
it.
Oh, God.
That was me. Sorry. Just let him walk over him. I don't think we're supposed to blow up the car.
I'm gonna blow up the car. Oh, you're right. It doesn't move.
Yay.
It doesn't move. Shit.
Yeah, just
Where'd
blows
we
up.
go then? Oh, we found a minigun.
No, but it's a quick game.
Because we started in California, we're in Arkansas right now, so you say that, but
We're halfway
Oh,
through it.
you
Sergeant
son of
Wilbur,
a
I just hit,
bitch.
but
You
it's
son of a
Zombieland,
bitch.
There's no rules.
I had such a high kill
I
count
can't, how
thing.
come I can't cross that line? I was just nominated, so I don't care. Nominee for Zombie Kill of the Week.
I hate you.
That's what you call a little rock and roll.
And it's funny because she's the only one who's actually the actor, and they give her some of the worst fucking lines. It's like disrespectful.
Oh, like she actually voices herself?
Yeah,
she's
she's
the
the
only
only
one.
one.
Wow.
Okay, up here, guys, please,
Okay.
please, oh God.
Oh God, it got me! My kill streak! My 70 kill
That's
streak!
what you get, you son of a bitch.
Ah, still first. A streak of getting first place, unbroken. My strategy in the RPG elements is to get more ammo on all my pickups so I can constantly have a power-up. That's my goal.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, good. We skipped a few states. It looks like we could actually... Granny Part 2, The Revenge.
Well,
looks like we're in
did
Illinois.
promise we'd save any little old ladies.
Good.
and
A
all.
second escort
Yeah,
mission.
but
Love
I mean,
that. Love that
who
for
could have
us.
seen that coming?
Light us all on fire.
It's an escort mission with the slowest walking character they could imagine.
Yeah.
Perfect response.
She doesn't walk unless you're in front of her, and yet zombies can attack from behind her.
Yeah.
So while we're just mulling about playing a twin stick shooter defending a granny walking extremely slowly down the street from zombies, two things. First, I, with my new desk setup here, got a triple monitor mount, but I don't have a third
Ooh.
monitor. But I happened to be at the thrift store the other day, and they had a 1080p monitor, and I looked it up, and it's like a $200 monitor. So I grabbed it for $40, and I'm pretty happy about that find. You know, it'll be a good fit. I'm not trying to do any like gaming on that monitor. It's just another monitor for throwing some windows on. You know, as I'm driving through a parking lot to go somewhere else, I hear it like shift in the back of the car, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
okay. So I didn't put it the most stable way, but I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make sure that everything's fine back there. So I get out of the car and I press the trunk button on like the driver door, so it like starts to
Oh,
do the
no.
lift. I don't know why I did that, but I thought like I'll
Oh,
press that
no.
button instead of walking around to the back and pressing the trunk button.
No.
So as I get to the back door, I hear it sliding and I dive for it, but it's already gone. It falls like 2.5,
No.
3 feet out of the trunk on the corner of the monitor onto concrete, just a free fall. The frame around it just explodes. It pops off. It doesn't break. It just pops off. And I'm like, it's fucked, obviously, because I feel like I've just moved monitors from one place to another roughly before, and the thing's been destroyed before. But I got home and I plugged it in, and it works. So this is an official GGN endorsement of Asus monitors. If you want a monitor that you can drop out of a trunk, Asus. It's got you covered. My second.
So it looks a little scuffed up, but it's working.
Yeah, the frame panel around the front of it came off, like all the buttons and stuff, but it works perfectly fine. Yeah, wild. My second thing was, has anyone tried Overwatch 2?
No,
I have not.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and people have some strong opinions. I was talking to Hunter about it actually, and just because of how poor Blizzard staff treats their employees and everything, and the scamming of them trying to do microtransactions, he's like, I'm not gonna play, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I gotcha, but you can be Hammond, you know, you can be a hamster in a ball and swing around, and that's pretty hard to say no to. So
you can't play Overwatch 1 anymore,
Overwatch 1 anymore, yeah.
You know what? And hey, you can play, and someone else can handle the whole like social canceling aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. There's better people who will handle that kind of thing, you know?
Like a Hunter, you cancel it for both of us.
we got
That's right. There's a
swatter
swatter
zombie now. He doesn't look human though. He looks like some sort of troll figure in SWAT gear.
It's like Shrek.
Yeah, he looks like Shrek. You know, I installed it and I figured, like, for journalistic purposes, I'd try it out, you know? And I pressed the play button. The game has its bugs. It has been known for doing lots of crashing. People have been complaining about, like, they win like 10 games in a row for their placement matches and they end up in bronze, and then when they level up, it goes like, congratulations, you've leveled up, and it puts you at the same level or a lower level. Just like all the matchmaking, everything seems fucked. And but anyway, so I press the play button, and my computer freezes in a way that I've never seen my computer freeze before. Like, it locks my keyboard. I can't even press like the caps lock button. Like my lights on my keyboard aren't toggling. So I had to hard reset my computer, and I haven't tried it again since. But yeah, people have some strong opinions about Overwatch 2. It's Overwatch, but with
2.
Like, they removed the levels and there's no loot boxes anymore, and like I feel like that was a big incentive for me to keep playing, you know? I enjoyed the loot boxes, so.
Well, that was deemed illegal by the government because it was gambling.
Yeah.
Because they didn't tell you odds
not the
on
U.S.
things.
government, but other governments, yeah, and they just decided that it was easier to get rid of all of them. I'm out of ammo.
Oh god,
this is a problem.
shit's getting bad here.
Oh god, yeah, we're in trouble. I'm dead.
Is it just
I'm
me?
dead.
3 of us are down right now.
Tom, when they surround you, do your special, baby.
Oh yeah. Spin down! You gotta stay on him for a little bit. You're invincible. Oh my god, you're destroying everything. Oh no. I can't believe we lost.
Sorry.
What the fuck? No.
Oh, no.
This isn't the beginning, is it?
Yeah, this is the beginning.
It is the beginning.
Me and Bob tested out the Horde mode to test out the remote play aspect of it, you know?
Okay.
And I'm still surprised how well it works, you know? I think it's more of a Steam thing than this, you know, developers, you know?
Not like Woody Harrelson. It takes me out of the game. Like, I'm like, who is that?
I agree.
It's funny. I was looking at a speed run thing of it, and someone was like, I really love Woody Harrelson's voice actor. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Okay, we did it. Wow.
Oh,
Chris,
Chris, you did it.
Finally got zombie kill of the week.
Wow, there you go.
Oh, you could have been working on your special this whole time, Tom? Can you read?
Oh
Yeah, you
shit,
could
really?
put him, like, to constantly have special.
Yeah.
This is
Just
Iowa.
be spinning nonstop.
Yeah, we're pretty close to DC. Is that the point of this game? Oh god, you blocked me, you body blocked me, you son of a bitch.
I might have done it intentionally.
Oh my god.
Tom, we're trying to beat this game.
The
Okay,
enemy's out
so
Tom.
there are 10 levels, so I think that means like a normal zombie. Oh,
So
the
is
king.
Is this supposed to be like actual Elvis? Did he come out of the ground?
No, it's probably in first
Okay,
name.
in Iowa?
King's been long dead, baby.
I like Chris's idea.
Oh god, you threw a Molotov cocktail at me? What the fuck?
Was that Tom or Bob?
Oh, Chris, I think you lost your streak.
Weird. Back up, back up, back. Oh,
no.
I'm so sorry you lost your streak, Tom.
That's right. I barely hold on to
some
one
weapons
now.
here. One more.
Was this the last
Oh
level?
my god, look at those kills.
There's one more.
What am I doing? I think it's just that I'm always
Yeah,
shooting.
what are you doing? How are you killing
Chris, are
so
you
many
cheating?
more?
The hell? Oh my god, they have a banshee? Are you kidding me?
No, isn't that the Elvis
That's
one?
the Elvis lady.
Oh.
We just killed them so quick last time.
Your ability to body block me is unsurpassed, Tom.
Well, I thought you can't get first place if you put the bullets in my back. Did you really think I wasn't doing it
No.
intentionally?
But it feels like it. You're so good at it.
No, I'm saying it was intentional.
What other movie series that also has a sequel does both Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson star in?
Oh.
Jesse Eisenberg. I'm kind of struggling to think of Jesse Eisenberg movies.
I mean, he was Lex Luthor, but Woody Harrelson wasn't in that, right? In the Batman movie? With whatever Batman that was.
No, Woody Harrelson was in Carnage.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Or no, he was in Venom 2.
Right.
I don't know what it was called. I didn't see it.
Can we get a little hint?
It has something to do with magic.
Oh,
Now you see me.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Bob got it.
Good job, Bob.
Where do we
Add
go,
a
top
point to
left?
Bob on the board.
Survive for 235 seconds.
That's a weird amount of time. Oh, there's a lot of gun
alright.
things up here.
Oh, what the fuck, Tom? What the fuck?
Tom, that was messed up, bro.
Cocktail right at me.
-1 point for Tom.
We can't let him win first place again.
The enemy's out there, Tom. Wow. We got an achievement for direct flight because,
Hey, we got Nevada.
How did I do? Did I do it? Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, look, it does
Wait.
look. Oh my god, how'd you
Well,
get so
Bob.
many points?
Oh, Bob was close.
Ah,
I was coming for you that time.
Now let's go to Horde real quick.
See what it is.
We'll just-
All right. Oh, good choice, Nevada. Otherwise known as
That's
the nurse
right.
from the Netflix MCU.
Night Nurse. Yep.
Survive 25 waves. So they're just different objectives for each one.
I wish I understood the reasons. Like, seems like sometimes if you blow shit up and it kills things, you'll get nominated.
Yeah.
But then other times it feels like
It's like, nah.
Bob, you died?
Yeah, next with the blow guy.
I see what you're doing, you piece of shit. Did you just
Oh
die?
God, yeah. I was trying to aim a Molotov cocktail at you, but
I saw the circle like around me over and over. I'm like, bitch, I invented this game.
oh, got exploded on.
All right, give Bob a point for guessing Now You See
Okay.
Me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
And it's which the movie where Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson are possibly really wizards. You know?
Nah, there's magicians.
There's a
Although Daniel Radcliffe is in the second one,
yeah.
and he does do magic. So
Like actual magic.
Chris should probably get a point for getting first place like every time.
Yeah, Chris, you get a point for overachieving.
I'll take it.
Tom, you get -1 point for Molotoving everybody.
Oh, only Chris.
Everyone got hurt. All right.
We all lose.
Chris physically and everyone else emotionally.
Yeah. We all kind of got our opinions out as we were playing. Now let's go to the reviews.
Okay.
Then because when we
I
do
see
our
what you
score,
mean.
we could be
Yes.
we'll expand upon it.
I understand.
So we're gonna do the Metacritic score for the PS4 version because the other ones didn't have full scores.
Okay.
You know, does anyone want to guess the main score is, which is out of 100?
I'm gonna guess. It's always higher than I think. I'm gonna guess 40.
Okay, Tom says 40.
55.
Chris says 55.
I'm gonna go
Bob.
69.
All right, and Tom got it. Give Tom a point because it was 39.
Back to 0, baby.
39
Zeroed
is
out.
low.
Now let's guess the user score. This is out of 10.
I will say 2.5.
I'll do 3.
3?
I will do 2.
Yeah.
Chris is closer with 3. It's 5.2. So, Chris, I'm going to send you a review to read.
All right, Eurogamer Italy gives it a 40 and says nearly $40. Oh my God, nearly $40 for a less than 3-hour twin stick bad zombie shooting experience. You must be kidding, right? Yeah, $40.
That's bad. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Video Chum gives it a 40 and says, with countless superior zombie twin stick shooters out there, Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip feels like a cheap movie tie-in.
Okay, PlayStation, it says Universe, but I imagine they want to go say universe. Gives a 30.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip completely strips away the charm and wit, which makes the films so endearing, and replaces it with cheesy, mind-numbing dialogue sprinkled with dull gameplay. It's basically an overpriced 2-hour promo for the movie that has very little to offer unless you're a hardcore fan of twin-stick shooters or Abigail Breslin. Oh, I'm going to sound dumb. Who's Abigail Breslin?
She's the only person who did the voice from the movie. She's Little Rock.
Okay. If you were a hardcore fan of twin-stick shooters, wouldn't you hate this even more?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so. It's not executed well.
Zombieland is bad, which is, I believe, a user gave it a 0. And they said, I'm going to be honest, I love the films, but the game is horrible right off the bat. First of all, none of the characters look like they had much work put into them at all. And you can hit through walls that aren't even nearby. It's a waste of money. All right. But, is this someone else's treasure? So we're going to go through some positive reviews, see what some people who, may have, another view on life. Maybe their parents were around a lot of lead, but, or, nuclear plant. So, Chris?
I thought you were going to say their parents are just around a lot more.
Melcake gives it a 10 out of 10 and says, so, where do I start? First of all, it was epic. I mean, I was waiting for the second part forever. I love this movie so much, I can pretty much fall asleep to it. I hope they make more parts. And more parts.
It sounds like just a review of the movie, though.
Which this is an in-between, you know what I mean? So we really didn't even... Because this game came out, I believe, 3 days before the movie, and also people didn't know about it until the day it came out, for the most part.
It adds up. Makes sense.
So, Bob, next, if you could read your review.
All right. BTOPK gives it an 8 out of 10 and says, fun game, takes a while to get into. Once you get down the weapons and shooting, it's a bloodbath. It allows you to build your characters as you progress, has some funny moments. I thought it would be different, but I like it for what it is. It's worth picking up.
All right, that man's wrong,
so
but
all these people seemingly spent $40 on it?
That's...
Yeah, for $40, I would be, because we just beat it. I would be pissed.
I mean,
like $10, like, oh, okay, maybe even $20, you got me. $40, yo, I'm not going to see that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I always like to think of it as literally compared to a movie, but I always think of it like back in the day movie, like 10-ish bucks per like 2 hours. And if it exceeds that, great. But that means for this, you would need 8 hours of gameplay to be like, yeah, I could justify the $40. And it's like, no. And it wasn't like it was good either. Unlike what 7WD Vector on Steam said.
Nice segue,
Ooh, thanks. Good game, both cooperative and solo. Easy achievements, good gameplay, not as bad as the critics say.
Some people just like those easy achievements, you know what I mean? It's all about
for the achievements.
And Shatterlight on Steam says, simple and responsive controls, Zombieland vibes and decent shooting and gameplay, and okayish graphics. They got the real Little Rock as a voice actress, 11 out of 10. I'm glad you didn't murder it. 11 out of 10. You know? That's good. That's good.
Oh,
good for him.
The real Little Rock?
The real Little Rock, yeah. Not that fake one.
Is anyone a fan of that actress? I'm really not.
Abigail Breslin?
I guess people are.
Look, I don't hate her, all right?
I mean, I don't have anything against her. I don't know why you
I'm not
hate
going to
her
be an
so
incel
much,
about it.
Tom. I don't know.
An incel.
You know?
I
don't think Jordan Peterson's going to be tweeting about her any day soon, but
it jumped all the way to incel.
Yeah, that's what you've done.
Yeah, Tom. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
man.
she was the one in Little Miss
She's the one I asked out, and she wouldn't want to be with me.
I sent her so many letters. She will not reply.
Yeah, exactly.
Columbus is kind of an incel in the first movie, you know?
Yeah, he is.
He gets over it.
Just because the guy's playing World of Warcraft, I mean, he's...
So, what about our scores? It's time we gave this game a score it deserves using our Garbage Valley score system. Chris, if you could put it on the screen. Our scoring system here is unique. It goes from -10 to +10, with a -10 being so bad it's good, and a +10 being so good it's good. And 0 just being just god-awful piece of shit. So, how close to 0 are we getting tonight? Chris, what would you rate this game?
I'm gonna go pretty close to 0, I think. I mean, had fun with the gang. Was it so bad that it was good? No, I don't think so. I think it was just a poorly done, fun game as a group kind of couch co-op. It's nice that it worked with remote play. It actually worked really well. I don't. This is the first remote play game we've done on GGN. It worked fine. It's one person owns the game and other people like control the characters remotely. I was the only one playing it locally, so I don't know if it was laggy for you guys, but it felt fine playing it. So that's cool that technology works. That isn't a reflection of the game, though. I will dock the game a little bit for the audio being completely messed up. I don't know what was going on with that. Maybe it's just my PC, but I'm still gonna blame the game for it. So I spent too much money on my computer to blame my computer. So I'm gonna go 3. Yeah, 3, and it would be better if it was a reasonable price. What's it going for now, Tom?
So it is because this has been on my wish list for a long time. I think since last year even. And it never went on sale, or I never noticed it was on sale. Because I was thinking about getting it on a console, like buying it. Because it's usually cheaper on console than PC. But now, I think when I got it this time, it was $4.
Okay, that's not bad. And we only paid for it once for all 4 of us to play, but still, like, wouldn't necessarily want to subject friends to it for more than one level. It's not even worth booting up and getting into. So, I'll stay with 3.
And Bob,
You know what? I was thinking 3 as well, because I don't think it's so bad. It's good. It's just kind of bad. But I won't say it's god awful, because when you're playing with friends, it's fun. If I was playing by myself, I wouldn't have as much fun, and I probably wouldn't get past the first level. It's kind of given up already. So I feel like 3's fair.
and Tom.
I also agree that it's a 3. And I think it's sad. I was thinking about it. If they just tweaked 2 things that would be pretty easy, like one, having like the objectives in each place be something that was like either more funny or at least interesting, like be like, hey, we're going to do like a kind of overarching plot here, that kind of drove it a little bit better than like needs to use bathroom and stuff. I think that would be an improvement. And if they just tried to actually be funny as opposed to whatever just hellacious garbage that dialogue is.
Yeah, certainly like the highlight of the films is the writing, right? It's the
it's supposed to be funny.
How the characters play off of each other and stuff. And yeah, this was just a poor attempt at that. So it was more cringy than enjoyable in that sense.
I guess I just feel like, let's say nothing with the gameplay changed, but like it made you laugh consistently, then I'd be like, hey, you know what? Not that bad. You know what I mean? But it was cringy. That was perfect word for it. So 3. I agree, 3.
And you know what? I'm also going to have to give it a 3.
Wow, that consensus.
I just feel like, it worked. It's funny. Someone said that there was like a game-breaking glitch in the last level, but it's like not everyone seemed to do it. So maybe it's the wrong way, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But I mean, we really didn't encounter that many errors. So I mean, so it was a working game, and it just, it was just okay. So yeah, I will also give it a 3. So,
all right.
Because if you look on their Wikipedia and you go to the video games, it only says that there's one Zombieland game, which I know that's incorrect because I know they've made some mobile apps. Because when the first one came out, my buddy had an app on his iPod Touch where you were Tallahassee and you had chainsaws and stuff and you fought zombies, and it was really cool. But they also did make an app game for this one. But besides that, there's this game, Zombieland Headshot Fever. It's a VR game, and it's actually got some positive ratings.
Oh, wow. I think I have heard people talk about this.
It came out last year.
Oh, yeah. Fun little zombie shooter.
But yeah, so that means so far that's all we got as far as so I don't know. Do we want another? Do we need another Zombieland game out there? What do we want from it?
I think the trajectory of the movies, like people were much less interested in the second movie, like we were saying, and I should have sort of struck while the iron was hot as far as the franchise went with the first movie. And also it's like a comedy, It's, I don't know if you need it's tough to do a comedy game like Tina's Wonderland does it well, but it's so one of the few. Like how difficult it is to tie in a Zombieland game with the writing quality of Tina's Wonderland, Borderlands.
I think Portal and Borderlands are the only two games that I've like laughed at the.
They're far and few between.
The second movie though literally just made a play off of every joke it made in the first movie, and it was instantly. Like, I did not like it a few minutes in, where I was just like, oh, it's literally the first movie again.
There were some changes, Tom. But yeah, there's a lot of parallels.
Did you miss the slideshow, Tom? Did you not see it?
Yeah, we can repeat it if you want.
No,
it's only 776 live.
I think I blacked out.
So there you go. That was Zombie. I believe, Chris, you have the most points, correct?
I do. 2.
So, Chris, you have won a box of Twinkies and the first movie on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
Wow.
Which is the superior of the two anyway, so it worked out. Unless you want a box set of the two of them.
Oh,
instead.
I'm good, thank you. I don't know the last time I had a Twinkie. I'm gonna eat a Twinkie. How about that?
There you go. Well, you can, give them to the kids,
or throw
them at your neighbor's house, or give them away on Halloween.
Do they really last for as long as?
Tom, you weren't there for the slideshow at all?
No, Tom, they expire.
That was part of what the character said. Tallahassee said.
Yeah, I really did.
They don't last forever.
How long do they last?
That's why he's trying to find them.
Okay, this says they have a shelf life of 25 days. I feel like that's too short.
Well, I'm sure that's what the company says about their peak freshness,
Ooh, don't look up an old Twinkie. It's gross.
Oh. It's so great. It looks like it's covered in maggots. Hold on.
I want to throw up now.
Yeah, I'll put it on the stream here.
Gross. No.
It says they won't spoil for decades. I don't know, man. We did it again, guys.
Well done.
Clips in this podcast were used in compliance with the U.S. Copyright Fair Use Exemption for criticism and commentary. Garbage Game Night makes no claims to ownership over any games played and has no affiliation with any developer or publishing company. For additional references on cited articles and quotes, check our episode-related blog at garbagegamenight.com.